Hello everybody, and welcome back, Snowrunner. Today, carry on from yesterday, we're going to take the Derry Longhorn, take its 2 steel beams in, around, down here, bring it back, might do something with this fuel. On the way back down to White Valley, we're going to pick up 2 fuel. We're going to pick up 2 spare service parts for the start of this one for Polar Base. We're going to bring that round into White Valley. We're going to drop it off at White Valley, and then we're going to bring it all the way down here to pick up the drilling equipment and deliver it there. And then we'll have a look what we need to do on the rest of Polar Base Valley, but that should be enough to get us started. So let's get driving. Let's get the engine on, some lights on, and try it out off-road. Just check my sounds on the right level. Yes. So it's the first time pulling metal beams with it. I mean, we can compare it to what we think old Enduros would be doing, with a bit of weight on. The steering's a lot more kicky, we've got a lot more force feedback. Getting some snow, see what happens. And we're bogging. Low gear's nice and steady, cruising like that. It could do with the high-low gearbox, or the plus-low, minus-low. Doesn't have to drink the guy. It doesn't have to pull. Look at this thing pull. This is. I'm sure it must be the engine. It's flying. I wonder if it's got this extra activate. It's got suspension mode, hasn't it? I'm wondering if that makes it better or worse. I feel like that's making it a tad worse. I feel like I've got less grip. I'm gonna change that. Yeah, see, we're moving. I think we're moving quicker. The horn's nowhere near as good as Endurance's. A bit of first person. Problem is the fuel. It just absolutely eats it. But look at the speed we're getting up to here. This is fully loaded. I suppose not fully loaded, but loaded enough. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Test number 1. I'm going to try and stick to the side. I'm going to put it in low gear. Some actual mud. It's not really blinking an eye. Not really blinking an eye at that. See, it's in low gear. Try it in high. You don't go much quicker for a lot more fuel. No, I'm happy with that. It's come through that unscathed. But some people do advise on other maps where fuel's a bit more conservative, having a truck running lots of gas is, you know, if it can do the same job on less gas but just a bit slower, and you know, you're better off taking your time, because we're not too bad for gas and we can get it cheap up at one of them places at £3 a litre or cheapish. Guessing we're going straight on. Yeah. We're going all the way straight on until we get to the mission. Let's actually start the mission. Again though, I'm going to compare it to Michigan. You know, the roads are easier. The roads are, just because we're a bit icy, but you look, we get the bit of mud here and there, but there's no way the danger of the quarry. And he says that as we come over whatever this is here. Is that trailer going to slip? It is slightly. Well, that's not too bad. So like I say, I don't know if it's the trucks, but we've never really been in too much danger as I thunder it along compared to Michigan so far. So I like the low gear on it. That low gear seems really torquey and pulling it just slowly and really surely, it just makes its way through that. can't get this done. That's us back up to 100. I think we've just about paid for its tyres, which I think are worth it, just for the fun I'm having with this truck. I think it's a keeper, but we're getting so many keepers now. These bloody barriers. We're getting quite a lot of keepers, but I've not really seen the need to splash out on anything. You know, it's only upgrades. Buying trucks seems a bit pointless. There are some good trucks that we could buy, but we've got good trucks, you know. But some of the good ones are 140 grand, so one, we've not got 140 grand, and two, I can't justify really. I've come all this way to fuel up, and I was wondering why I've come this way and turn around. And there's this fuel trailer. I'd like to bring the fuel trailer back with us, but we need this trailer. The whole point of doing this mission was to get this trailer with its 4 spaces. Its only downfall is its size for its reversing capabilities. Well, I'm going to head back, maybe do something with that other fuel truck. Just to move it a bit more central. I'm thinking of moving it to the fuel station. Seeing we've got some big trucks with big thirsty engines. I'm just taking this in. It's a good truck. I like it. But I think it's down to the engine that we've put in it, which could go in the Kenworth. You know, am I going to get the same performance boost out the Kenworth? Imagine the Kenworth doing this sort of stuff. We have got the high-speed gearbox in it as well. You know, I feel like we've only got one of these engines, and they're worth the weight in gold. You know, if I was going to invest anything, if I knew these engines were this good and give this performance, you know, we're on about spending money. Say the engines are 15 grand each, it's worth spending 15 grand and kitting out the fleet with these engines. But we just have to watch fuel. We go to a different map and then they start drinking fuel like mad things. We'll have to rethink again. We don't lose the old engines. Once we've bought the engines, we can swip them out willy-nilly. Just have to be at a garage. Try the mud again, unloaded, so there might be a bit less weight on the rear end. Doesn't seem to make a difference. There's a steep bank there though. We are bogging. Are we going to get stuck on that low bank? Nope. Through that, no worries. Where we think we are. Is this where the fuel? So this is where the fuel trailer is. So I'm actually going to detach this. I'm going to nip in here, say nip. But these are backing it in. You know, these are backing it round to the side of it. Mind you, which way is the trailer facing? The trailer is actually facing the other way, so we're best not backing it. Wasted 10 litres of bloody fuel doing that turn. Which looks like the easiest way out. I'm going to go that way just because it's there. Mind you, that. No, it doesn't look easy. This way it is. Now, I don't know if you can remember the little red truck we had that tipped over all the time, Jellyfinger's unfavourite truck, how much trouble it had with the big fuel tanker. And now you look at this. I think the Fleet Star we had at the beginning. Which we still do have, and a lot of protests I hear for people to say sell it. But I'm going to bring this around and put it at the fuel station in Mountain Bay. When we were moving all the drilling equipment, the time I flipped over 3 times, do you think we would have had this instead? Would have been laughing. I think the chain tyres, we could have done it without chain tyres, but I think chain tyres are making life a lot easier. And looking back on my previous playthrough of hard mode when it was on the beta, I did a really stupid thing of going to the Yukon with straight after Michigan with beginner trucks, and I thought, oh, Yukon is really, really hard, and I only had the beginner trucks. I'm thinking, no wonder it was really, really hard. If I'd have had stuff like this, it might have been a lot easier. I don't know, in all honesty, I don't know if we've got fuel over at the airport one, the White Valley. You may be asking why am I putting fuel at a fuel station. It's because I think it's £5 a litre at the fuel station. Whereas if we use this, it's completely free. I'm going to put it right there. I'm also going to double check. I mean, I think it's only £3 a litre there. I'm not too sure. Have we got fuel trailer anywhere? I'm sure we had a big fuel trailer somewhere we could use. We've got the small one. Another small scout one. There's a big truck in there. It's a car that needs picking up. I don't see any big fuel trailers, so there's another small one. Yeah, there's one there actually, but we'd have to go and get that. So that looks a bit more tricky. But for the time being, I'm just going to leave it there at the top of the road while I go and do what we need to do. There's something telling me I'm going to get this one at some point when we could just move that other one. Because I'm thinking, fuels, if I come through, if I fill up on the way back round with my trailer, I've got to come down here and bring the stuff in here. Then we can start working out, we need to drive down here past this fuel station. There is some fuel in that, there's not much fuel in that. Pick up what we need. Oh, there's a scout trailer there, which we could move somehow. We need to pick up the stuff from here and drive back up there, past there. So we should be alright for gas, leaving this here, just for the time being. It's in zone, it's in workable zone to use. So I'm going to fill up before we go. It's making light work of everything. Absolute light work of everything. But I think this is kind of its preferred job. Nothing too muddy. Lots of road work. You know, main road work, especially with the chains on. And like you say, I've seen some of them over missions, and there's lots of, you know, pick this up, move this over there. So I'm hoping with the trailer, we're going to use it a bit. We'll have to see maybe about getting a more efficient gearbox, but we might lose top speed. But we'll have to worry about that when we get there. And it's the first time I've really been taking advantage of using the high gear. Directional suspension. The high gear gets you top speed at a low fuel. If you watch me fuel there, I'm only at, you know, 6 to 5 and we're kind of tumbling it. But if I put it in automatic, you know, it goes up to 12, 13, 14, 15. But you need to be going at a high pace, you know, you need to be on the like the main road. Rock dodging. Someone's been back, the Sasquatch has been back and put all the bloody signs back up. The wheel destroyers. Which there's no, the only problem that bugs me is there's no other way around them. You kind of have to nudge them out of the way and they just get under your tyres. And they popped Endurance's, the Pacific's tyres last time. So I'm always a bit cautious. Do a 17-point turn. That's not too bad. Good old 3-point turn. Gear sticks keeps coming off my desk. The gear stick. It's on tight as it can, but somehow it keeps coming off. See, for some reason it got up here with the fuel tanker easier than it did when it does with this empty train. cruising. Absolutely cruising. And thinking about it, if it gets to name status, this truck, I have a name for it already. And I'm going to name it. I'm not going to name it yet because it's not done much. There's only one name for this one. And I'm not going to say it just yet. So I need to come in here. I need to pick up my 2 fuel. Oh, no. I suppose it's not too bad. He says we need to... It's not actually... You don't get fuel from the fuel point. You get fuel from the cargo area. So I do have to do a bit of backing up. I'm hoping it'll... This might not go right. We might need to pull onto the actual area. So, well, let me think. Let me get this straight, actually. So I'm going to aim right for that tyre. Let's see how good I am. Right next to that tyre. Ready? Oh, look at this. Look at that. Even nudged it. And that's so I can just nip onto the load point right here. Can I? Ah, I still can't get it. Just need to sneak into the load point so it will let me load some cargo. Come on. There we go. Cargo management. We need fuel 2 off. And then we need spare service parts from the other place. I won't mind grabbing a bit of fuel out of any of these. We've got 2 fuel and we're going to go get 2 spare service parts. I'm beginning to wonder, is it best backing it in? I'm going to try something here now. Might work, it might not. But still a bit too thingy. Well, I think that'll save us doing a 15-point turn. Service, spare parts, service, yes, get the right stuff. 2 of them. So that's us fully loaded for a part of that mission. So now we just need to go and take it to where it is needed. And not drive it off the end of this cliff. Gonna get that. Yeah, no. Oh, no, we're not. Bumper it up the hill, full whack, why not? I'm really, really glad I did this with this truck. It's honestly, it's a load of fun to drive. It's easy to drive in a straight line. It's easy to drive in a straight line. It just goes. It's corners. It corners like an F1 car with them chain tyres on. And it just boots it. It just flew up that hill then. It's a dream. It's a dream.